The Time Grappler was not a major character in Andor. He was in 4 scenes, he had 0 lines, and yet he became a fan favorite part of the series. Why is that? Why did we all seemingly unanimously fall in love with him, and why is it important to the rest of the series, and even the rest of Star Wars? I think we all latched onto the Time Grappler because he is weird and unique. Even in a galaxy far, far away that's full of incredible technology and wild aliens, he stands out. Because it's weird that this planet has a man climb a tower every morning and every night to bang on some metal with hammers to signal the beginning and end to every day. Surely there's a more efficient way to do that. They could set up a clock tower or some automated chime, but the people of Ferrix find value in the Time Grappler. We don't know exactly why, and we don't have to know why. All we have to know is that he is an important part of their daily lives. From the very first episode of Andor, we are told that Ferrix has their own way of doing things, just like every culture does. But Cyril shrugs that off. He rejects the idea that having personal knowledge or experience of the planet and its people is important at all. Then he goes down there and he gets his ass handed to him. We learn more about Ferrix culture as they signal to each other by banging on homemade metal implements, a smaller version of what the Time Grappler does. Again, we don't know the full story, but we get the sense that banging on metal is something ingrained in their culture. Maybe it's percussion or music in general. In the season finale, Ferrix's great protest against the Empire is centered around Marva's funeral. It is led by a marching band. They wear colorful uniforms, they gather where the Empire told them not to, and they bring way more people than the Empire said they could. And they start the ceremony 2 hours earlier than the Empire decreed. Who signals the start of it all? The Time Grappler. I see him as a symbol of everything that makes Ferrix unique. He is a man, of course, but he's also an idea. He's like Batman in that way. The biggest, loudest, most bombastic tradition Ferrix has, the sound of a reckoning. For all the Empire's trying, they cannot take away what makes Ferrix unique. They send a single stormtrooper up the tower to try to stop the Time Grappler's ruckus, and of course that soldier didn't stand a chance. You can't kill an idea. You can't stop a group of people from being who they are. I love that we never get a full explanation of Ferrix and its culture. We don't need it. It's amazing tip of the iceberg storytelling, as our friends at Force Center would say. Show Star Wars fans something weird, and they will latch onto it. We saw the Time Grappler climb his tower in Episode 2, and he was a man who was clearly passionate about his job. That's all we needed to see. We don't need to fully understand it. One of my favorite Star Wars lines comes from the book Alphabet Squadron: Victory's Price by Alexander Freed. Hera is helping a pilot named Kairos with a sensitive cultural issue. Kairos asks if Hera understands why it's important, and Hera says, "Honestly, I don't, but I don't need to understand you to respect you." That's beautiful. We're always going to come across cultures, traditions, or people we don't fully understand, but that's okay. You don't have to fully understand a person or a culture to respect them. That's one of the failings of the Empire and people like Cyril Karn. They refuse to even try to learn or care about anyone that isn't Imperial. They certainly have no respect for anything that stands outside of what they deem to be normal and acceptable. Ferrix is full of traditions that the Empire shrugs off as annoyances, while I'm over here wanting to know more, and the Time Grappler is the ultimate illustration of that. He's big and he's loud and he cannot be stopped. I love him. Get me the Black Series action figure or a Funko Pop or something. Anything. He is the best. But what do you think of the Time Grappler? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for all our Andor coverage, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page for our video reactions and audio commentaries for every episode. And you can check out this playlist for all of our existing Andor content. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.